Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here with Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm on day 6 of casing through the catalog. I didn't do a video yesterday. It was a banner and a very extensive project, and I just decided that Jeannie's picture and the recipe card would do the trick. So I hope you guys saw that and you'll take a minute to really look at that banner. It's pretty incredible. And she gives a recipe card for all the things you need to make it and cutting sizes and all of that. So if you would like to get the recipe card, you have to be a part of my email list, and I will put a link to that up in the description. I will be sending out the next 4 recipe cards and projects from this week, this afternoon in an email. So if you get in that email list right away, you will be able to get those 4 recipe cards from the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of our casing through the catalog. So as I just said, we're spending the month casing through the catalog. We are copying for you cards that are in the catalog and showing you how they created those. Today, I have a fun card for you from the Florals in Bloom suite. So I'm excited to show that to you. Real quick, some announcements. All the suites are 50%. No, I say that. Buy one, get one half price. Okay. So if there's a suite that you love, you can get a second suite for half price. I saved $40 on an order this week because I placed a suite order and I ordered a suite. Hello, Vicki. Thanks for joining me. And then I ordered a second suite and got 50% off. Now, the caveat is that they're going to take the 50% off the lowest priced item in your cart. So if you want an entire suite, and then you want a bundle, know that it's the bundle that's going to get 50% off as long as it's part of a suite. Okay. So if you go to my online store, Tuttle Up Shop, and you type in suites, or if you go to the suite sale, they will show you things that are available for you to purchase there. So super fun sale going on right now. And next, I have a class coming up called Sunrise Sailing. I real quickly want to give you a little sneak peek of some of the cards we'll be making for that, that Monica and I designed. The great thing about these cards is that they are great for men. They're great for congratulating someone on a promotion or a new job or an awesome event that happened. And this one is a slider card. Look at this. This little panel slides off. It's not doing its job right now, but it will. Facebook Live. See, it slides off and then it opens like this. So super, that's a super fun card we'll be doing. And then this is another fun one that is an easel card. Isn't that cute? Ahoy, and then it says you're destined for great things. How fun is that? And it opens like that. So there's one other card, and these are 4 cards are going to be a part of that Sunrise Sailing class. So think about joining that as a to-go class. You'll get the PDF and all the product you need to make the 4 cards, or you can come in person if you live near Midland, Texas, which I know a lot of you don't. So anyway, you can also get it to go. And next, I have a Coneflower Celebration class coming up on July the 25th. And again, this is a super class, so you get 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. And it's going to be kind of a stepped up class. So information about that will be in the description as well. Sorry, my husband just got home, so my dog is barking. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining me. And last but not least, my next craft along will be on June 27th. It is using the Notes and Totes bundle. And if you buy this class, you get over $25 of free product. You get everything to make 6 cards and a 3D item. You can join me in person on Friday night, June the 27th, or you can take it online via Facebook Live on June the 30th with me as I craft with you. The nice thing about the craft along is that you get all the product and the PDF and the cut pieces early, so you can craft with me via Facebook Live. or you can just do it on your own time by watching the video as it's presented. You can start and stop whenever you want. So this has been a very popular bundle, and we're excited to do our craft along class with it this week, this month. Okay, so let's tuddle up and let's start crafting. What do you think? So today's card comes from page 40 of the catalog, Florals in Bloom. It's this card right here at the bottom. Super simple, sweet. There will be other cards on this page that we make in the near future. So this is the one we're making today, and I can't wait to tuddle up with you and show you how we do that. Okay, so they started with a piece of strawberry slush cardstock. Pretty standard, 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4, right? And then I'm just gonna fold that in half and grab my bone folder and get a really good crease on that. Okay, now we have a piece of white, and it's a little different size. If you can see in the picture, the top and the bottom, there's a little more space on this card. So they leave it 4 inches wide, but only 4.5 inches tall instead of the usual 5 1/4. So you get a little more space at the top and bottom. Okay, I'm also going to grab my foam mat here because I don't want to, I want to get a really good impression with these photopolymer stamps. So these foam mats really help the photopolymers get a good impression. I always put a piece of paper on top to kind of protect my mat. Hi, Chelsea. Thanks for joining me here. So something you should know is that this Florals in Bloom suite is one of the suites that is part of the buy one, get one for half price. So if you buy the Floral in Bloom suite, you can also get another suite at half price. Florals in Bloom would probably be the more expensive one because it's a super suite. It has 2 sets of dies and 2 sets of stamp sets and lots of extras. Okay, so we're going to start with from the Sweet Blooms bundle. I'm going to take this word bloom and I'm going to take let joy. And what I did is that I mounted them all on the same block together. Okay, so I took my bloom, I put it on the block first, bloom, and then I laid my let joy down on my grid paper so that it's straight. And then I picked it up in that empty space right there above the O's and the M's with my block. And then I've got it all together on one block. Isn't that a great idea? Okay, so then, hi Laura Kemp. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. So I have a Secret C ink pad. Secret C is one of our new ink colors. And I'm inking the Let Joy Bloom in Secret C, and I'm going to stamp it right across the top of this basic white cardstock right here. There we go. Okay, Let Joy Bloom. And then I'm going to grab some stamps. Excuse me. Have a little tickle in my throat today. Pretty Florals is also part of this same suite, and I'm using this one here that has the 3 spaces for 3 different blooms. Okay, so it's going to get stamped in Garden Green. Thanks, Chelsea. Chelsea's really good when she's here about adding the item numbers for the products I'm using. Okay, so this one is going to go right over here along that edge right there. Okay, then I'm going to take this set of stems right here, and I'm also going to ink it in Garden Green, and it's going to go right here kind of off this edge right like that. Awesome. Okay. Then in the middle of these two, I am using Granny Apple Green. And we are going to stamp a different stem, two of them, kind of in between the other two. Okay, so this one's going to go up like that. And then I have another one kind of a little bit lower like that. Okay, so there's all my stems. Two of them are in Garden Green. In the middle two are the same that are in Granny Apple Green. So you get a little variance of color there. All right, I can put those away. I can put all my stems away here. And then I'm going to grab some blooms. So I don't know if any of you have taken advantage of the sweet sale, but if you want sweets, you should put the sweets on one order by themselves. And then you'll really get the most for your money for the BOGO sale. And then, okay, moving some things over here. Okay, then you can add any parts of sweets like DSP or ribbon or embellishments on a separate order and get BOGO for each even number of products that you have, right? Okay, so I'm taking my Darling Duckling. This is one of our new in colors, and I'm lining up the stems of this set of stems right here with these flowers. These are meant to be together. They were meant to be. Okay, so I'm just stamping that full strength right on top there of those stems. See how it all fits in really perfectly there? All right, so I'm going to put my Darling Duckling away. And then we're going to do a little stamping off with our next two sets of images. So I'm going to start with my Timid Tiger. And I'm going to focus on this set of blooms right over here. And this is called Stamping Off. You can see that I did it right here on my grid paper already. So I'm going to ink up the solid image with Timid Tiger. I'm going to stamp it off. And then I'm going to come in here right above those leaves with the three blooms, and I'm going to stamp it there. It just gives a little bit lighter of a color. Now the reason I'm doing that is because now I'm going to go in with the detail for those flowers, ink it up with Timid Tiger. I'm going to go right on top of those solid images, and look at that. What a stunning effect that is. Okay, just by stamping off that Timid Tiger for those solid images there. Isn't that cool? All right, now I'm going to do my middle blooms right here, and I am going to stamp this with Strawberry Slush. So I'm going to do the same thing, you guys. I'm going to take my solid image here. I think these are delphiniums, which are one of my favorite ever flowers. And I'm going to stamp my solid images first. Right like that. Ah! I just did it wrong. I should have stamped off. Darn it. Well, you're going to see here why it's not going to give as good of an effect, because if I had stamped off, it would have... Don't do what I just did. Yeah, see, it's not quite the same. Darn it. I get to talking and I forget. So you can see that you can't see the detail as well on that because I forgot to stamp off. Shoot. Why didn't someone yell at me saying, Judy, wait. It's okay. It's still a beautiful card. Okay, so now I'm going to take my card base, and this is going to go right here on top. And I am going to use some dimensionals. Let me grab my big ones here. Well, next week when you come here, I'm going to show you how to... Earlier today, I had like 18 packs of dimensionals right here. And I don't know where they went. Oh, here they are, right here. Sorry, they get buried under things when I'm doing my lives. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take dimensionals and I'm going to super dimensionalize this. That's a new word. That's a Judy word. This panel that's going to go on top. And I'm going to add several in the center here because we don't want things sagging, right? I'm going to add quite a few dimensionals because I really want this panel to pop up. When I do the inside, you're going to be able to see what those blooms look like when you really do stamp off. It's much prettier. It's much prettier. Okay, so I'm pulling off all my backings here. So I have a busy weekend. It's my granddaughter's dance recital weekend. So I'm the hair lady. So I will get her ready for the dress rehearsal tonight and then of course tomorrow before the recital. And then I have a friend whose mother passed away and the funeral is actually here in Midland. So I'm going to attend that tomorrow morning. Okay, so there's the card front. What do you think? It's not so bad, right? Okay, and then hi Robin, thanks for joining me. Okay, so now for the inside. I have a piece of basic white, and all I'm doing is I'm taking those same pink blooms, and I'm gonna stamp it twice in the corner here with that garden green ink. And this is my own idea for the inside because I always like to bring, and of course the catalog doesn't show you the inside, so I'm doing this one pretty tall here like that, and then I'm going to bring in another one next to it here, maybe slant it a little bit, that's a little bit shorter. This time I'm going to do it right. Okay, so I'm going to grab my strawberry slush and I am going to stamp the solid image, but I'm gonna stamp it off first. Everybody yell it at me. Judy, stamp it off first. Okay, I'm gonna stamp it off and then stamp it right here. Okay, see how much lighter that is? It's gonna be a way prettier flower. That's what I was trying to show you, the difference. That's what I was trying to show you. The difference between stamping off and not stamping off. Okay, so there is the solid image, and now I'm going to come in with the detail of the strawberry slush and fill it in with the darker color. Much prettier, right? Here, I'll hold it up and we'll see the difference. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see the detail in that when you actually stamp off, and you can see the detail. This is what it looks like if you don't. So you can tell the difference here, that you can see much more detail when you stamp off than when you don't, okay? So now all I have to do is adhere this to the inside. And there we go. Now, there is our day 6 card of the day. Let Joy Bloom. Super simple. Now, what would I do if I was doing this for a class? I would add some DSP behind this. I would probably add some ribbon on the bottom, and I'd probably sprinkle on some embellishments, right? But we're casing the catalog, so we're making them look exactly like the designers in the catalog wanted them to look. And keep in mind, do you remember how I said the first few projects were going to be super simple? Well, on Monday, we are doing an online class to go using this same card, but we're going to step it all up a notch. And you're going to see what you can do if you want to add a little more excitement to a basic card that you see in the catalog, right? All right, so I'm coming back to my face here. Thanks for joining me live. If you're part of my email list, all the PDFs of the last 4 days are going to go out this afternoon, so you'll be able to find them there. If you would like the recipe cards for these projects, be sure to join my email list, and that is where I'm uploading them for everybody who's a part of that group. So join my email list. If you don't want to open my emails, you don't have to, but there's a lot of exciting stuff and specials and ideas and classes listed in my emails. So that's the best way to know everything that's going on. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks for sharing out my videos to others. And I'll be back here tomorrow with another Casing the Catalog project for you. So God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.